Hello YouTubers and book facers, Elf here with another installment of Mining with Elf. And on today's episode I'll be showing you how to make an automated melon farm. Now let's get started. I tried to make a video earlier, but my Minecraft just kept lagging a little bit. So I'm going to come right beside it over here and show you how to do this thing. Alright, you're going to start by placing two blocks separated by one block and two more blocks, and then skip a row and do the same thing. Then in between the two there, the upper side, you're going to place a half block and a half block. Go ahead and put some redstone on top of it. Then using any material, I like to use the iron blocks just because it looks smooth and more industrialized. I'll put two of them in the middle there and put a lever on top. And go ahead and put in these blocks, which again, these can be made out of dirt or whatever. Well, there's certain blocks that it doesn't work with, but for the most part they do. On the inner pieces of dirt, I'm going to put a block on the outside. It's not really that necessary, it's just we gotta have some way to place the pistons. So I'm gonna place these pistons in, then I'm actually gonna go and remove that block just so it doesn't confuse me later and wind up being extra blocks that I don't really need. And also go ahead and place blocks here, and again, no real purpose other than to help place the pistons. However, the bottom piston was a normal piston. These right here are sticky pistons. It does make a difference, and it needs to be that way. Pretty much what's happening now is the redstone on the center here is lighting up both, or actually all, well, on each side they're lighting up the top four pistons, and that's what's pushing them out. I'm going to put a block here, one block out from the pistons, in between the two on each side, and then I'm also going to put a block on connecting on the front of the sticky pistons, like so. I'm then going to go and punch this block out, that block, and that block. Now, we're almost done here, guys. Pretty much what it happens is, well, we're not done yet. Almost forgot a step. Gotta put the redstone dust out on them overhanging blocks, and we gotta have a lever to turn on the redstone on the bottom. Wait a minute. I would say you could put it on the outside as well. It will not make a difference. I just like mine on the bottom. Makes it a little bit neater. At least I think it does. It keeps it out of the sight a little bit easier as well. But here's pretty much what happens. When you place a block here, it turns on the top piston. And then when the top piston turns on, it pushes this block outward, which then turns on the bottom piston, which pushes the bottom block out. Which then it pretty much goes in a complete circle, because now there's no longer the block there to turn on the top piston. It retracts, which then turns off the bottom piston, and it retracts. And you want the block to stay here. Because what you're actually going to do here, you're going to put your water here, and same way on this side. You're going to use your hoe and, well, I should get the seed. This setup works for both pumpkins and melons. I'm going to use some pumpkin seeds, even though I said it was melons. I'll just plant pumpkins on one side and melons on the other. Okay. Over here. Melon seeds. Melons. Okay. And then you just wait on it to grow. Because there you go. As soon as the melons, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just use some bone meal to make it grow. Make them all grow. But now as soon as the blocks are formed, they'll form the pumpkins or melons directly on the open block of dirt, and then that'll, since they count as a source, as a block, they will then trigger the pistons just as the block of dirt did. Now this example over here, I'm going to use over here, and I'm just going to come over here and create a top layer. I'm going to start by putting dirt directly over top of the pistons. Pretty much just starting out just like I did before, putting the one block here, and I'm actually going to connect those blocks, so it's kind of going to make a tower, just a straight line tower there. Gotta have a way to get the two blocks in the center, and then I wind up losing my half block stone slab. I need that back. Okay, and I have it back. I'm just going to put it there. Well, you kind of get what's going on. Just making it piece by piece. And I'm going to go ahead and pour the water in. I'm just going to pour it directly in the center there. It pours straight down into the lower bottom layer. And you're probably wondering, okay, so what if it harvests it? I'm not able to get it. Well, that's why you just create a little catch trough and the water flows out. So let me show you with an actual pumpkin what exactly happens on a working one over here. You place it down and then it pushes the pumpkins. Sometimes it doesn't exactly work correctly, but most of the times it'll knock them in there. Yeah, it sits there and it just pushes them in. It normally works, but right now I'm standing a little close, so it's messing up the where it's pushing them all. And over here's one that I've made earlier. It's actually fully made and it functions and just pushes them all. Right now I'm kind of standing close, so it's messing up where they're actually putting the things. And the water flows, they flow down, they all get punched in. Occasionally they'll pull themselves back out, so it's not 100% perfect, but it does automatic harvest it, and that's pretty much what it takes to make an automated melon farm. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and like us on Facebook. Feel free to leave any comments below and tell us what you thought or suggest videos for future shows. Thanks for watching. This is Elf, signing out.